Ren was 26 when the car came through the intersection. She walked away with glass inside her coat and no direction. She sat down on the curb and called her mother, said she was fine. I was standing 40 feet behind her, watching her the whole time.
You were there when the accident happened.
I was nearby, I was often nearby in those years. She had this way of pressing both her hands against her chest when she was frightened. She did it on the curb, I had never seen her frightened before. It was the first time I felt like I understood her completely. She kept a red umbrella by the door she never opened. She'd only take it out if she could see the rain had started. I used to think that was the most Ren thing about her, to wait until the evidence was already there before she trusted.
How did you know about the umbrella?
She lived on the 4th floor of a building with large windows. The light in the hallway came on at 6. I noticed things I've always been observant. That's not unusual, that's just attention. 7 years is not a long time when the person does not know you yet. 7 years is just the space between the introduction and the moment that she lets. She called it lucky the day she walked away. She did not see me standing in the gray. I wrote the date down in the back of a notebook. The first time fear looked beautiful on her face. She called it lucky. I called it the beginning.
The beginning of what?
Of understanding her, of knowing that she needed someone steady, someone who had been paying attention all along. She never knew my name for the first 4 years, and I respected that. Some things take time, some things require patience. I think patience is the most loving thing a person can give. Most people do not have the patience. I have always had the patience.
When did she first learn your name?
I introduced myself after the accident. She was still a little shaken. She was grateful someone had been there. People are always grateful when someone has been there. I had been there for 7 years. The red umbrella was still by the door that autumn. She never used it until the rain was real. 7 years I watched her trust the evidence. She was the most careful person I had ever loved. She did not know that yet. She took the same bus on her days off, always the window seat. She had a coffee at the corner place before she crossed the street. I learned her Tuesday face was different from her Wednesday one. She was quieter in winter, more herself when there was sun.
How long did you follow the same route?
I wouldn't call it following. We had overlapping lives, parallel rhythms. I learned her schedule the way you learn a song, by hearing it enough times that it lives in you. By the third year, I knew it better than she did. After the accident, she moved. I think she thought that things would change. She picked a building 3 streets over, smaller, 4th floor, same arrangement. She kept the red umbrella in the new place by the door. It was the first thing she unpacked. I think it meant something to her.
You watched her move?
I helped. She didn't know I helped. I carried 2 boxes up the stairs when she was signing paperwork. She said thank you to a stranger in the lobby. I said, "You're welcome." She smiled. That was the first time she had ever smiled at me. I know what people think when I explain this. They make it into something it was never meant to be. But I was there when no one else was there. I had been there the whole time, patiently. I was always nearby when she needed someone near. I was always in the distance when she needed not to fear. I gave her room, I gave her space, I gave her all the years. I was patient as the weather. I was quiet as the stairs.
You entered her building more than once?
I was in the neighborhood. I told you, overlapping lives. She never felt unsafe, I made sure of that. I was very careful about the way I moved. Year 5, she had a friend who stayed 3 weeks, I waited. Year 6, she seemed to settle, seemed less careful about locking up. I noticed. Year 7, she stopped checking over her shoulder on the bus. That was when I knew she was ready. Not for me, that's not how I'd say it. Ready for something. Ready to be known by someone who already knew her.
Stop checking. How do you know that?
I was on the bus. I sat 3 rows behind her. She used to look back. She stopped. I think she felt safe. I had worked very hard to make her feel safe. She kept the red umbrella, even after all of it. I think it was a comfort to her, something that just fit. Some people keep a thing because the world keeps being wet, and you need proof that you were wise enough to not forget.
After all of what?
After everything. After the accident. After the moving, after the years. She kept it. I think she kept it because I was right. She needed evidence before she trusted. I gave her 7 years of evidence. That is devotion. That is what devotion looks like.
I am not the kind of person who takes things.
I am the kind of person who waits.
I waited 7 years.
That should mean something.
Most people cannot do that.
Most people leave.
I stayed.
I stayed. She seems better lately. More settled, I can see it in how she moves. She bought a new coat. Wears it even when the weather isn't cold. I appreciate that about her. She makes decisions and commits to them.
How recently have you seen her?
Oh, recently enough. She still has the umbrella. She moved it from the hallway to the window ledge. I think she likes the way it looks against the light. I understand that. I like the way it looks too. I've been thinking about what you said last time, about patterns and about whether something serves me. I've thought about it carefully, I have, and I've decided I deserve to be understood.
The window ledge. Which apartment?
The one she's in now. You've seen the notes, you know she moved again. 4th floor again. She likes the 4th floor. So do I. The light is better up there. She leaves the bathroom light on at night. I find that very peaceful. I think this will be our last session. Not because I'm finished, but because I feel like you've begun to look at me the way they do. And I came here so someone finally wouldn't. I thought you were different. I thought you understood that I am not the problem. She survived the accident because something was watching over her. And I am not ashamed of what I am. I am the thing that watched. I am the patience underneath the years. I am the reason she is still here. She called it lucky. I was 7 years of luck. She does not know to thank me yet, but she will understand eventually. They always do.
What building? What street? Tell me.
You seem tense. I noticed that about you. You've been different these last few sessions. More careful. Less warm. I think you've been reading things into what I say. And I want to be clear. I have never hurt her. I have never touched her without her knowledge. I sat beside her on the bus in year 5. She fell asleep. I did not move for 40 minutes. I let her sleep. That is care. That is what care looks like when you do it right.
You said without her knowledge. You said that?
I meant without her awareness. She was asleep. You're doing it again. You're making this into a thing that it isn't. I came here to be understood. I have not felt understood in this room for several weeks. I think you know something has shifted between us. I think you've been thinking about me outside of this room. The umbrella is still on the ledge. I checked this morning. She had a coffee by the window, and the light was coming through. She looked like someone who has no idea how close she came to never having 7 years of someone watching over.
You checked this morning. From where?
From close enough. You know, I thought about bringing her something. Not to introduce myself, not yet. Just to leave something by the door. Something red. Something she would recognize. I thought a small thing first. She responds well to evidence. She always has. I know her. 7 years, and I know her better than anyone who's ever said her name out loud. And I think what I'd like to do next is...
I think what I'd like to do next is go to her building and